This is my 24 and 25 week update since I was away for Christmas in BC visiting my family. And so I'm going to put both of these weeks into one video since I did not get to film the one video. I was a little bit too busy. Okay, here we go. When I was 24 weeks pregnant, the tiredness really kicked in. I did not want to get out of bed in the morning. I was waking up at 5:45, which is my regular time to wake up to go to work. And normally I could just get out of bed and be completely fine with it since I'm on a schedule, but this is when it started to get a little bit hard again. In the beginning of my pregnancy, I was coming home after work and having naps. I wasn't that tired. I would wake up in the middle of the night with really bad leg cramps. I don't get them anymore, but it would last, I don't know, a few minutes, and then I would be able to roll over and try to go back to sleep. But that was multiple times a night, and that was for quite a few days in a row that I had that. Around 24 weeks, and I still get this, I get this tingling feeling in the top of my stomach, right under my boob, and it gets tingly and numb. I started to notice it when I would roll onto my right side. I wasn't really sure what the reason for it was. I know you can't believe everything Google says, but that's kind of what I always go to is Google. I do ask my doctor, but in between doctor's appointments, because they're a month apart right now, I just use Google. On Google, it said that could be your body swelling and pressing onto your nerves, or it could be just your skin stretching, but it's always in the same spot, which is weird. I've never had it in other spots. It also said if you have the tingling in your hands, it could be carpal tunnel. I don't have that. On my app, it said that at 24 weeks, the baby was weighing 1.5 pounds and that he would start to grow hair. I'm not sure about the hair part since I have 5 siblings and we were bald babies. And bleach blonde hair in the very beginning. My hair and some of my siblings' hair has darkened up, but some of them still have the bleach blonde hair. I wonder if our baby will have hair, but I'm not exactly sure. There's this one guy that I talk to at work about my pregnancy all the time, and he was asking me if I was going to be doing a 3D ultrasound. I have all plans on doing the 3D ultrasound, and he was asking me about what week I was planning on doing it, and I told him I was thinking 32 weeks because I have heard from a few friends that that's when they went, so I just thought, okay, I'll go then as well. He told me that his wife works at an ultrasound clinic, and it just so happened to be the one that I want to go to. He had told me that the best time to go to your 3D ultrasound appointment is between 25 and 30 weeks, which I was going to be going too late or booking too late. So I'm happy we had that conversation, and I'm going to be booking the appointment this week, so I'll see what the availability is. I am asked on a regular basis, are you ready for the baby? Do you have everything you need yet? And I honestly don't have anything. Or me and my husband, which is kind of, I didn't think was that bad, but I get asked all the time. This is actually going to be the baby's room that I'm filming in right now, and we don't have the crib, the dresser, so I'm planning on getting all of that this month, maybe in February, because March I think is going to be pushing it since the due date is April 7th. And so we're going to get all that together, and yeah, we're going to have to start buying some baby stuff. I was talking to some friends and they were like, oh yeah, I started buying baby stuff around 12 weeks, and I was just like, I didn't even know what I was having. I had zero interest in buying before I found out, because I'm very particular and picky, and I just wanted everything to be perfect. So now I need to get on buying stuff because time is running out. There's only 3 months left. I have been way more clumsy than normal. Normally I'm very clumsy. I spill, I drop lots of things, but it's getting a lot worse. Me and Kai were walking to the mailboxes. The mailboxes are, you have to walk a little ways down. They're not just right outside your house. So we were walking to the mailbox. It's probably 9 o'clock at night, and I tripped over one of the speed bumps in the road, and I was just like stumbling forward. I hadn't fallen. I thought I was going to catch myself, but I did not catch myself. I fell on one knee, on one hand, and then I was going to start to roll, and I didn't want to, so I put my other hand down and I used my chin from making my stomach hit the ground or rolling. It was really bad, but my chin was a little bit, it felt really bruised, but it's feeling better now. And my knee is still, it has a scrape on it and it's still bruised, and my hand, it healed fine. There was nothing wrong with that, but I don't think it hurt the baby. I just hurt myself, but we'll see. I have a doctor's appointment coming up this week for the beginning of January, and I'll just mention it to my doctor. When we went home to BC for Christmas, I had turned 25 weeks pregnant, and there was actually quite a few things that I noticed, but I'm not sure if it just was travel related. I had been very tired. I actually had taken a few naps during the day, but that could have been just travel, not home, and in my regular routine I had been hanging out with a lot of friends, so to catch up, since I don't go home that often, and so that might have made me more tired. I was out and about for last minute Christmas shopping, which I'm not sure if that was related to being pregnant or that was just related to being home and doing more than normal. There was a few nights that I had slept on an air mattress and I woke up with extremely sore hips. I had never had sore hips from sleeping prior to that, and then there was some nights while I was home that I did sleep on an actual bed and I was fine then. So I think the air mattress might have just been the reason. Since being home back in Calgary, I don't have that anymore. I had zero patience for anything. I got annoyed so easily, and which is so bad. I'm just home for a few days and things are annoying me. That's not normally how it is when I go home, but I'm just gonna call it pregnancy related because yeah, I'm not normally that cranky when I go home. I'm more happy to see everyone. I had caught up with a lot of my friends who all have babies or are currently pregnant, and I had been asked a lot, do you have any cravings? And I don't really think that I've had cravings this pregnancy. Nothing really stands out to me. There's nothing that I've been like, I need this and I want this. So yeah, that's kind of, and they all had cravings. So I don't know why that is. I did not swell up from traveling, which I'm very thankful for. I mentioned in my last video, the doctor did recommend that I get compression stockings, and I didn't feel that I needed them. And yeah, I didn't swell up at all. My ankles, feet, they all stayed the same, so I'm happy for that. The traveling while pregnant is very hard though. When I left Calgary, my flight was 2 hours delayed, so when I got to Vancouver after my first flight, I had left the plane and it said final call, so I had to run to my next gate in order to make the plane. They're calling my name over the PA and I was running as fast as I can. I'm carrying a suitcase because I just did carry-on and my bag that's around my shoulder, and it was very hard. It's always been super easy. I am having serious pregnancy brain as well. When we were traveling home from BC, I had put my laptop down, my laptop case down on the chair, and when we were getting up, getting ready to leave, my husband's like, Caitlin, what are you doing? There's your laptop. And I was like, oh, I totally would have left that there and not even realized that it was gone until I got home. So I'm so happy we traveled back together. We traveled there separately. He went 3 days after me, so I'm just so glad we traveled back together because I was a mess. Also, I apologize for the way I sound in this video. While we were away for Christmas, both me and Kai got very sick. I think it's from my niece that we stayed with, and then my nephews, and everyone else just seemed to be sick while we were home, and we picked it up. And so now I just sound so terrible, and yeah, don't feel that great. I'm not exactly sure what type of medicine is allowed. All I know is Tylenol, so I don't want to take anything without my doctor telling me it's okay. I know I can Google it or I could ask people, but I want to hear it directly from my doctor. So in the next few days, I'm hoping to get this all figured out so that I don't feel or sound like this. I think that's everything for this combined 2-week update, and I will be filming my next week update on time this time. I will have went to the doctor so I can put that in my update as well, because I have to get also some blood work done in this next week that I'm not exactly sure what it's for, but I know I have blood work to do and I have a doctor's appointment, so I will include that in my next week's update. So thanks for watching and we will see you next week.